Hello, fellow starseeds and humans. How are you? Oh my God, my God. Well, basta, Denji. Terminó la pendejo. Um, well, I wanted to share my last, I don't know, few days. I'm certainly better. I'm certainly better that than the last video in which I said I was slowly becoming insane. Okay, I mean, I guess that's the part of myself that judges my process and also sees myself as somebody else where like, you know, just so inside the matrix that they think I'm crazy, which probably could happen. Well, I had some really good insight the other day because I had a dream in which I visit another dimension. I didn't, I wasn't thinking so much about other dimensions, but I realized it was another one. I'm going to explain myself. So in the dream, there was like a huge building, which was a little abandoned, but at the same time, it was full of life. And there was like a group of people, which were my friends, that they were moving into this building, and I was considering moving near them because I wanted to be near them. And I don't know, a lot of things happen in the building that they're not so important to share right now. It's just, I mean, details. But the important part is when I was uh, I was going with a friend to exchange some shoes. Like she was selling their shoes, and the other person was going to not pay with money, but with other shoes. So when we were traveling on the train, I was kind of looking at the window, and I wanted to remember my last birthday because in that dimension or in that dream, my birthday is coming, and in this dimension too, it is tomorrow. I guess my other version of myself was born on the same day. I don't know. So I was trying to remember my last birthday on the dream, and all of a sudden, all of the memories came back. Uh, I I actually celebrated it in that building, uh, like in a barbecue zone, something like that. I was like making some barbecue. I think it was a vegan one though, and I was alone. I deep down I knew like the people that should show up on my birthday will do, but I didn't invite anyone. And then some dude appears, that starts talking to me. Then he brings his friends, and then we end up having like a party. Like the night was amazing. All of that was a memory inside another memory in the dream. So when I woke up, I was like, wait, that was another dream I have, and this building was so familiar. All of these people were, I knew them, but I don't know them. So suddenly it came to me like, oh, I think that was another me, another life of myself in another dimension. I mean, that's the explanation I found. And then I asked my spiritual team, hey, like, what do I do in that other dimension? And they transmitted me a song that I'm going to put here or here, I don't know. It should be by DJ Tiesto. And I didn't listen to this song like for years. I mean, I didn't have this song in my mind at all. I didn't even know what it talked about, and then I searched for it, and it was, well, literally just be yourself from the heart, even though you're lost or you were lost and now you still are. You just have to be yourself, and definitely I can see that because the other Florencia definitely was herself, and that's it. I mean, she was so confident in herself and in life itself. She just knew everything was going to work out for her, and that changed everything. That changed how she view life. And that just made me think that Florencia is me, anyways. I mean, it's another version in another reality, but I can be her too. And I will love that actually because I don't know, I kind of admire her. Anyways, the night before that, I was writing on my book. Uh, no book, no writing on. Well, it's just writing with a pencil. And all of a sudden, I felt her presence, and she kind of dragged me to her dimension, like that, but in a spiritual way. And she told me like, I wanted to talk to you since a long time ago. Finally, we can talk. And I was like, okay. And then it was like she gave me some really good advice, like speaking to my higher self, I guess, but cooler. So it was amazing, and just this experience kind of changed my perspective. When life is getting extremely serious for me, I just think like, oh well, I mean, this is one dimension which have a lot of possibilities. I mean, everything is possible at this point, and reality is so malleable. So I mean, I can become anyone I want and create anything I want, and I just came here to experience, to be my best version if I can do that, of course. And it's not so serious. I mean, definitely when um, you feel sad, you feel angry, or any emotion, the experience definitely feels extremely real, and it's real. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird to have this insight in where you know that I don't know, everything is happening at the same time, all past lives. Um, the universe is extremely vast, extremely immense, and there's so much life in every part of it. So we are not the only ones in this universe, and everything is spiritual at this point. And if you don't see life as spiritual, the matrix becomes extremely difficult. So I actually watched Loki again, the TV show, because I already seen it. But it was like, oh, in that TV show, they explain really well about the thing about timelines and other versions of yourself, because Loki actually has to hunt her his version of himself that is actually a girl, and it's really interesting to see that portrayed in a TV show because I mean Marvel does a really good job portraying things that are real, but people think they are a fantasy because it's Marvel. So Um, so the other day I was watching uh, a girl channeling Syrians, this ancient civilization from another planet or star or galaxy, I don't know for sure. And she definitely said in a lot of timelines the Earth was collapsing, and and at the end it was going to end in only one timeline, you know. And I feel like if we don't wake up, and what do I mean with waking up? Waking up will be like, well, Matrix. If you've seen or watch Matrix, it's like all of the sudden, um, knowing we are all kind of the same. Uh, there's no separation between us, and you're actually the creator of your own life. And actually, you're not just this identity you have in this life. You are so much more. You have other past lives. You have other dimensions. Um, so in order to actually, I don't know, actually enjoy this experience, you have to heal a lot of stuff. You actually came here for that, and for maybe um, putting your talents at service to the community. Of course, we should think more of being a community than just being ourselves separate from others. And I think the eclipse, the August 12th eclipse, has a lot to do with that. Like trying to let go of egoic stuff and all of that stuff that doesn't let you be your authentic self. I mean, it's deeper than that, but this is not about the eclipse. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's difficult to once you're in this journey. knowing there's aliens out there speaking to you, everything is spiritual, and you visited another dimension and stuff, speaking with others starts being a little bit difficult. I mean, with people that are very deep inside the matrix. It's like if Neo from Matrix was trying to convince someone inside the matrix that all is actually a simulation, for example. You know, it will be so difficult. Or maybe he could succeed because there's others like him. And I definitely am meeting people that things like me, and the conversations go so deep and they are so enlightening. Uh, so I'm really grateful for starting to meet and attract uh, these similar uh, people, like other star seeds. They're mostly star seeds. Yeah, I'm knowing another star seeds that they are actually on similar journeys. They came here to heal others, to try to awaken others. So yeah, I mean, it's not like a really easy life at this point because I didn't have an easy life on this lifetime and the other lifetimes obviously either. Um, but I think it's just uh, it's time to see things differently, to change perspective. And well, actually, if you saw their videos, I struggled with mental health. I mean, I'm a really sensitive person in every sense of the word. So I was taking antidepressants, a really low dose. I mean, I'm still taking them, but I'm at the lowest dose, about to leave them actually. And I'm not feeling any changes, honestly. But I think because there's this time in my life that I already know how to regulate myself. You know, I kind of found the routine and the other things that I need to do to change my thoughts. Because I mean, obviously, if you wake up sad, um, sometimes it could be because your thoughts are provoking that. But sometimes you just, I mean, for me, it's like, well, I woke up kind of negative, kind of all is bad, etc. And then it's like, I know I can change this perspective. I know what my mind is saying is not real. I'm imagining all of these fake scenarios that are not going to happen. You know, how much time we spend imagining possible scenarios, catastrophic ones that never happen. And anyways, if they happen, um, why would you even try to like imagine them? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not going to change the fact. I guess it's just the illusion of control, just trying to control everything that happens. And sometimes, I mean, I guess this eclipse is also about uh, letting go of control. I mean, there's definitely stuff that you can do because you're the creator, okay? But it's not all about doing and doing and doing, okay? Sometimes you need to just let things unfold. Um, I know it seems contradictory, but it's all about the process. It's not like, my spiritual team, they told me that manifestation actually takes a while. It's not like, oh, I'm thinking about this, and the other day the reality is just there. Um, it's usually, for me, it's like a whole year that it takes uh, for, like thinking of the phases of the zodiac. Like it begins in Aries, which is the thought, the spark, of that you desire, and then it ends in Pisces, and for that it's 12 months, until it completes. So yeah, I mean, we have to be patient about the things we want to achieve, I guess, but we don't have to lose sight of enjoyment, because sometimes when you're like, oh, I want to achieve this and that and stuff, you forget pleasure, you forget that you came here to experience. And not every experience is so pleasurable, but if you can remember that, oh, I forgot to enjoy things, it's really important to try to enjoy the process. If you have that in mind, uh, then everything will be different, because it's not like you came here to achieve, achieve, achieve. I mean, kind of society tells you that, makes us compare ourselves with others, with the processes of others. But I don't know. That seems just one perspective, you know. And I think I'm going to end this video because it was. I mean, I wanted to speak about my process, and I think I did, but I ended up reflecting on a lot of things as usual. So I hope you like this video. I hope the eclipse goes well for you. It's tomorrow. Well, I don't know when I'm uploading this. Maybe it's the same day. Um, choose, try to think what you need to let go about your identity, uh, about what you built for. I mean, what story do you tell yourself about who you are that is no longer serving you? You know, um, I think we are rapidly changing, and the energy is really, really strong right now. Really weird too. A lot of things are happening in the world, and everything is a reflection of our interior. So we need to understand a lot of things and heal and go deeper and deeper into ourselves. Well, anyways, if you want to read what I write, I'm going to leave my the link of my Substack below. I'm doing Akashic Records readings, mediumship, tarot. Um, those obviously are tools. My goal is to help you um, remove some blockages, heal past wounds, understand yourself, and support you on your spiritual journey. So if you feel like I could do that for you, obviously send me a DM. Could be on Substack, on Instagram, um, or maybe I could leave my email. So if you want to send an email, that could work too. So yeah, I'm open. Um, well, that's it. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, comment. Uh, just comment how are you living this energy, this eclipse. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I love you.